Alright, howdy ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sharkinbear and welcome back to the channel where today I'm bringing you Voidtrain. This is actually one that I'm very excited to show off, mostly because I've been waiting for this to hit 1.0 status and it is effective as of November 7th, 2025. It has officially reached that peak. It was originally released on Epic Game Store as an exclusive back in 2021, and then we got a Steam release back in 2023, still in its early access phase. It was developed by Hypertrain Digital, and they've been slowly making progress on this game, and I'm so happy what's here. If you're not familiar with what this game is, you will become a crew member of an Interdimensional Express Train. Discover a new world full of mysterious creatures, enemies, and places. Upgrade and customize your train, gather new materials, and build better weapons. Play solo or online co-op with up to 4 people. So that tells you a little bit what the game is about, but it doesn't really explain what's going on here. So more or less, you're basically a journeyman, or just like a random dude who happens to fall upon a cabin with some strange machinations. As you get closer to investigate, you find yourself pulled into a void and thrown onto a pushcart, more or less. Literally all it is a pushcart from the old-fashioned days where you literally had to pump a handle in order to make it go. As you basically make your way through the void, you'll collect resources by swimming out to the void tethered to the train, so you can go very far, collecting resources and essentially evolving your train from a pushcart into a rather normal looking train that has an engine. And now we are in our diesel stage, or our fuel stage, and I do believe you even make it onto this Tesla stage where you'll have an electrical train. Along the way, you'll collect more resources to build up your armor, your stock, your containers, all that sort of jazz that you see in our normal traditional survival craft games. But probably one of the most interesting aspects of this is what we call Reflemos. That's these little creatures here that you can find at these waypoints right here. Every once in a while you'll find an egg of amber that you can crack open and you'll get a Reflemo. I have named this one Guardy because he is my guardsman. If I pick him up, I can check out his stats. As you can see, he has 2 different perks. As we feed him mushrooms, which is the currency that they all use in order to upgrade, they get better at their specific perks. You can even check the effects if they have any. We can give them effects, we can feed them fully as well, or we can fire them outright if we don't like them. We can make them in charge of our train and do different aspects. Like Guardy, for instance, I actually have here up on my turret, so if anybody comes around and tries to mess with us on the front side, he will be sure to take them out. We do have to be careful of his emotional state as well, because if the train gets too dirty because they've used the toilet and they didn't wash their hands or something like that, we can end up having to have a dirty house, and they don't want any of that at all. I currently have 4 at my disposal, and I've named them based off their profession. So we have 4G, Geeky, Chefy, and Guardy. Over here we have a research table that we can use different basically resources to give ourselves knowledge points, and therefore progressing our research and what we can and cannot put on our train. You have decor, you have workstations such as lab, a workbench, armory, forges, boxes. We even have ourselves a little bit of a garden going on back here. As you can see right here, I'm just going to go and replant all this stuff while I'm here. Make sure I get my water back here as well. We have water purifiers back there. It looks like we need to essentially plant some new plants here. That's fine. We even have ourselves a little chef's kitchen. We can make that. Over here I have our loot catchers, because normally we would swim out into the void and we would pick the loot that we see ourselves, but we can also get these guys called loot catchers. As long as they're well watered, they'll teleport out occasionally and collect resources for me. So as we go, there's less of a manual sense of things required in order to go out and get resources, and you can actually rely on that passively by these guys to go out and do it. We can even upgrade things here. So as you can see right here, I am actually looking to upgrade these container racks. And the cool thing is I can upgrade the ones that already exist. So if I hold down the E button, now we can stack a 3rd treasure chest there. So that's really nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade all these, so that way I can put more chests on it, because chests is the amount of space you have in a train is finite. That is a little thing, right? Another reason why we're here at this station, because every once in a while we come to one of these stations and you can find one of these, and this is basically a train terminal. It'll tell you how many wagon platforms you can have, how much crew you can have, and loot catchers. So I have the 5 loot catchers back there. I am allowed to have 4 wagon platforms. It's basically these sections right here. I think it's like 1, 2, and like 3, and then 4 here in the back. And then we have 4 or 5, and then we can basically swap back and forth and change different things about it. Like I put the handrails on there, I changed the flooring on there, even the train locomotive part is there. We can build certain modules or relocate certain modules on the train. We can even upgrade it if we were allowed to. I do believe every technological phase that you jump allows you to add a new section into the train. So if we go into Tesla, I believe is the next generation of train. we'll even be able to get another wagon added with another 2 platforms we can add on to there. So that's a little bit about the train. Again, main mechanic of it, so it's definitely worth checking it out. Originally, we would have to use like wood and stuff like that, but I have officially moved on to using steam, and we have made some steam batteries here. And yeah, we're going to make our way to the next section and show off a little bit about that. So let's go ahead and get out of here. I'm going to try to avoid story spoilers because I would say this game is actually more of a narrative adventure than it is a whatchamacallit, like a true survival craft. And there is actually one thing I do want to relocate. This brake doesn't need to be here anymore. So let's go ahead and relocate that. I'm actually going to go relocate this up here in the front because sometimes I like to hang out the front of the train to catch stuff out in the wild. So we're going to do that. But let's go ahead and jump on our train here, and I'm going to go ahead and hit the medium. The way this works is we'll basically fly through these Nordic gates right here. There's a very Norse theme in this game. And we'll basically be teleported to a randomly generated section of this. I'll explain this little platform here in a little bit, but now we are officially out and about. So this is the Void. We are in the 14th path of this. You'll see creatures roaming around. There's even a shark somewhere that'll attack our train if we are not keeping up with our protection. And this is mainly what you'll do. Originally, whenever you started out, you'll basically swim out, collect resources, and as you can see, we are tethered to our train. But now I also have a grapple hook. There is the shark. Get away from my train. He was trying to swim under it. He was going to attack it, wasn't he? Get over here. You can shoot this shark, and it'll basically abate him from attacking your train, which is really nice. You can get straight out kill him if you get enough shots on. And now that I have a grapple hook, which is one of the things you'll get, you can even use that to pull and tether yourself to items and bring them to you. So now I no longer have to swim out, plus I have those loot catchers. If we watch periodically, you'll see there in the distance or whatever, or even watch some of the resources, you'll occasionally see one of my loot catchers teleporting to grab something that I may have missed. You'll even find chunks of ore and stuff like that that are like buzzing with fireflies around them. That is more or less giant chunks that we have to basically two-hand carry and then recycle into smaller chunks. So if I go over here and I grab this piece right here, we now have that in our like two-hand carry slot. You can only have one of these large items. I can take this back here to my recycler, and I'll just dump that in here, and I can process that, and I can have up to 30 things going. So that is basically going to break down that giant lump into a smaller bunch of chunks of silicone. And then we have this right here, the lump of zinc. So if I come back there, I can actually stage these, and I can have a couple of things here in queue waiting for this to go off. Meanwhile, my loot catchers are doing all the things. Plus, I do believe that right now I'm actually going slower than I intend. Yeah, we are currently at a slow speed. We're going to go ahead and pump it up to a medium speed. I do kind of want to keep an eye out for what's coming up ahead of us, because there are a couple of things that can happen while we're out and about doing our thing. So while I'm doing this, the shark seems to stay away from us if we're going above medium speed, but we also have to look out for different things that can affect our ride. Sometimes you'll find explosives and whatever on the track, and you'll need to take care of those before you have your train deal the brunt of that damage to theirself. Looks like we weren't able to get any of those guys. Let's go ahead and grab this chunk here. You can even increase the things that you can pull with the grapple hook. So if I find a chunk of stuff, I can literally shoot out my thing here and hold down the click, and it'll turn into a magnetic pull, and anything along the way will be dragged together. So if they're like 4 items together, we'll pull all 4 items together. Other things that you'll have to contend with while you're out and about are enemy trains. Sometimes you'll see train tracks riding alongside of you. And you'll actually have to deal battle with enemies who are shooting back at you, and they'll tether themselves to your train. Let's go back here, and I'm going to see about dumping a lot of the stuff we have. I have some organizational problems going on with my thing right now, so I'm going to try to make sure we can dump everything where we need to. I'm still kind of making I'm still trying to figure out where I want to put everything at for now. Let's see, all my metal goes in here. All my composting goes in here. Ooh, these seeds are there. Organics. Cool. Everything else is fine. Oh, and it looks like we've actually encountered a... Let's go ahead and stop our train right now. This is an arena right here. And that's been a while since I've done an arena. Might show you off a little bit what we are dealing with here. So essentially, occasionally, we'll find one of these little platforms here, and if we decided to stop off here, we'll just talk to one of these weird octopus-like creatures. Let's make sure that we have some ammo in our gun. we have a revolver by default, and that has infinite ammo, and then we also have a assault rifle that I've been using. We can modify these on our armory bench. We can find different guns, break them apart, and basically piece together our own rifle. And then we can also modify our pistol as well, so our revolver is much stronger. But let's go ahead and check out one of these right here. I do have armor on. Do I have any bandages? I do have bandages, so that's nice. The only thing that I haven't seen yet is it doesn't look like there's any sort of like a hotkey for the first aid stuff or anything that I want to use, like armors and stuff like that. So we're gonna basically hope that they add that in later. Seems like a small quality of life choice that could be fixed by allowing us to hotkey stuff in our inventory. So we've just been flown by this little octopus thing, and we can go ahead and talk to this guy, and he'll essentially allow us to get free resources and rewards as long as we compete in his arena. It's a trial of strength here. Looks like we have this reward. It gives us some junk, so let's go ahead and do that. All this junk is definitely something we can use for crafting and whatnot, and he will just zap us away here. So pretty cool that we can run across these. They pop across fairly frequently. It's a good showcase of some of the combat here. The combat isn't overly difficult, to say the least. It is definitely not a focus of the game, but it is here. And because it is a little bit of an RPG, we will find that we will be seeing numbers pop up. There are things you saw with a gun system as far as like numbers go for recoil and fire like damage on our attacks. We can choose to aim down sights as well. I love that reload animation where you leave the magazine and change out the gun. That's hilarious. Kind of reminds me of something you used to see in like Battlefield 3. As you can see, the combat wasn't too terrible or wasn't too hard on me. So if we want to push it again, we can do like another level of this to see if it gets any harder. I've actually not done a lot of this. More health, more enemies, and it looks like they deal more damage. I'm going to do another round and then we'll take off from here. Make sure my gun is reloaded. We'll get a little higher advantage point here. I've not seen one of these guys before. Kill a bomber bug without letting it explode on you. Okay. It looks like we are taking a little bit more damage. Okay. Oh, sometimes our guns do jam. Unfortunate, but we got that. And there we go. There's another round completed. Speak to the trial master. It's going to take us back there right now. Any point in time, we could choose to not continue this on. Looks like he decided to give us some ammo, which is nice. What does he have to say? If we do this, oh, we also get a Nordic box. Okay, we might want to do this just for that Nordic box. So let's go ahead and take this one on. Those Nordic boxes can be exchanged at places like we're at right now, which is pretty nice. So I'm going to go ahead and reload my gun. I might try swapping to my revolver in this fight, too. Do these, well, I was hoping that we could get that, oh. We are taking a lot more damage here. Oh, our gun jammed. Oh, no, this is not good. Oh, my God, what is that? Okay, I think we might be dead. And there is no easy way to heal myself, so that kind of sucks. And we are dead. Okay, kill 30 enemies in an area. Oh, well. Or kill 30 enemies in a arena. That's what it said. Looks like we have nothing to do. We'll go ahead and grab our resources here. That was a good try by us. I think if I had like an automatic weapon. Oh, you know what? I actually have a shotgun type weapon. I should have probably tried to take my shotgun here for some clearing. That might have helped me out a little bit. I'll know for next time. I have no idea what that big monster was. I've never seen one of those before, so, oh well. At least you know to be better prepared than I am. I could have probably swapped out my grapple hook for something better. But we are effectively at our train now. Thanks, little octopus flower thing. And now that we've done that, we can go ahead and get back on our train and start this bad boy up. And we have a couple of resources. I'm going to go ahead and dump this stuff back here. Nothing here. It looks like there's wood. I have all my metal here. My wood is in this box. My mushrooms is down in this box. And then, yeah, we have some batteries here to refuel up our steam engine. How are we looking on our steam batteries? We're doing pretty good here on our steam battery. And while I'm going upon, I'm going to go ahead and start grabbing, snatching, all this sort of stuff. Occasionally, we'll find other points of interest. For now, story mode-wise, we are really kind of just pushing along, chugging, and, you know, moving on. Looks like we did have a death over there. It's okay. At least it's marked where we had it. I've never actually seen the death marker, as I've not seen, like, died before in the game. The game, like I said, is fairly easy, and whenever you start the game, there are a handful of modifiers that you can use it. I've actually used quite a number of those modifiers because of the fact that I am playing solo, and the game can be rather slow if you let it be. If you're one of those guys who wants to collect every single thing you see floating out, you will turn this train to a slow crawl, and you'll be swimming out here collecting any and all the resources endlessly and needlessly extending your gameplay. But I understand the OCD. I'm at the point of the game where I have so many resources in my crate, I've decided to just kind of let my loot catchers do a lot of the stuff, and I'll stand here on the outside making sure that nothing is going to get the drop on us, more or less. Looks like we had some more silicon there. I need to go ahead and break this coal up, so that way I can empty up my slot that I have on me right now. Maybe I can get that silicon while we're here. If I do that, drop that, can I? Nope, too late. Oh well. Looks like we have these guys collecting ammo like you see right there. And you can see a visual marker of how much water they have left in there. Got some more food and some seeds so we can plant for our food-wise. Food is a thing. Like, you do need to satiate yourself from your hunger. That is the bar underneath our health bar. If it drops low, I do believe that you do take damage, but I've actually turned off the ability to take damage from that because I'm going to be honest, I didn't understand the food system at all to begin with because it's very basic as far as like the food crafting goes. And honestly, back in the early access, you had like two food options. You had organics and you had water. And before, organics used to be plentiful and everywhere. But it seems like the organics have become like more of a rare resource. But they're still easy to get if you know where to look. The little flying things that are flying through the air, sometimes they will drop organics. Oh.
Then he should know how to reach her.
Wait a minute. It looks like we have a marker somewhere. It looks like they want us to go that way somewhere. Okay. Oh, we have a ghost dude over here. And so this is a narrative point. Oh, and it wants us to go out there. Okay, so this is going to show a little bit of the traversal you can find yourself in outside of the train, because occasionally you will be made to fall outside your train and go check something out. So let me drop off these ingredients, and then we'll head that way. I actually really like traveling outside the train. I haven't seen too many locations outside of it that, you know, we really get to take advantage of, but, you know, here we are. So this is a nice little, you know, twist in what we're doing. So as you can see right there on our Q button, we have bandages currently, but I can also swap. Oh, you can actually, oh, that's how you do it. You do that with that. Okay, I see now. And it looks like I lost some of my stuff whenever I died. Oh, no, I didn't. I placed them right here. These are, if I hold down Q, I'm going to be honest, this is the first time I even noticed we had a radial menu, so I could have probably healed myself during that fight. These are ring hooks, and we can use these to place on some of these rocky surfaces. To basically zipline ourselves there. These little mushrooms right here, the spikes, we can use our grapple hook to winch ourselves to them and go this way. So it looks like, narratively speaking, we need to head over here and follow this little ghost guy. This is not probably going to be that spoiler heavy, but if you don't want to see any spoiler stuff, I would say maybe jump ahead about 5 minutes.
He'll be a great guide.
It looks like we're looking... Oh, we're going for the stone here. Inspect the tablet, you say? And again, like I said, there's a lot of Norse themes in this game. What is this going to do for us? Oh, it clears the way.
So this is the right path to the Volva.
So they keep on referring to this thing called the Volva. And I'm going to be honest, I followed biology, but I don't remember this.
I hope the Volva doesn't know who exactly stole her amulet. After all, the ghost and we are going right to her. She seems quite vengeful.
But in this instance, what it's really talking about is there are creatures very similar to Jormungandr from Norse mythology, and there's a series of them, and they're actually called the Volva.
Whoever hid behind all these magical locks won't be very happy about guests.
Well, hopefully we're not in for like a boss fight. I don't know if there are any boss fights in this game. But there are definitely some places where you will basically have to deal. You have to be combat focused. Luckily, the game is competent, but it's not like outright the best combat you've seen in the world. But it's very doable in a lot of sense. I think a lot of this game is based off of the exploration and narrative elements. And as you can tell, it is a heavily narrated experience. I know some people didn't particularly care for the narrator when the game originally came out. Personally, I like the narrator. He can be funny from time to time. As you can see right now, we don't have any like mushrooms we can zip to. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit Q for my rings. And where I aim, I can basically throw that hook into that rock and then pull myself even further. If I thought I could get closer, I'm going to go zip mine there. And then we have ourselves some mushrooms here. Don't know if they're actually mushrooms, but it looks like we found ourselves a tower.
Apparently, the Volva is somewhere up in the tower.
All right. So let's go and do this and see what we got here. I'm going to pull out my revolver. I don't imagine we're going to be doing a lot of combat here. Oop. I guess I didn't stay on the stick. There we go. Okay, we got some ledges here. Let's make our way up. Oh. And we're almost there, I think. We got to be almost there, right? Yeah. We're going around the outside. Okay. Back the way we came, and... Is it this way? No. Oh, we can jump on these. Okay. And, oh, we got another plank here. There. A little bit of flat platforming. Not too bad. All things considered. Jump there and here. Oh, wow. This tower goes up way higher than I thought it would.
Where is she?
Ooh.
We need to call the Volva somehow. Maybe place the amulet somewhere. Just need to make it look like this trinket was found by accident. And we're nobly returning it.
Okay. So I'm assuming that we'll have to interact with this. There we go. We found this amulet earlier. Let's see what happens when we throw it in the water. Oh, we're going to cup the water. Okay, we're going to take some of that with us. Oh, was that smart?
What is wrong with you?
That's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, I don't know if that was wise to drink. Oh. Oh, we're actually, I'm controlling this thing. What is going on? Oh, we're, looks like, we're going through a sequence where we're absolutely tripping balls from drinking weird Norse alien water. Well, this is fun. Oh, we can even go down a little bit here. We're actually controlling this with the WASD. Interesting. I have not encountered anything quite like this just yet. We don't really have any controls of camera, so hopefully we're going the right way. It looks like we're heading toward this Norse gate. Oh, I'm a boot. All right, does this go? Okay, does it? Okay, not exactly what I was expecting, but we're here. I'm a boot right now. I don't know what this is a boot, but we're gonna try our best. Okay, we need to get some height here, right? There we go. Being the best boot we can. All right, this is interesting to say the least. Into the hole we go. You'll never forget being a boot, will ya? This is what you get for drinking weird alien water. Looks like we're in a different house altogether as well. And our ghost friend has passed the hell out in this chair. We still got the same objective to place the amulet. Oh God, what is that? Is it? Are we in the right place?
You must be mad.
Oh yeah.
To dare come here. threads of your fate have long been woven and have led you to this place. There is no escaping your destined path. Not in the void, not in the thick of existence, nor in the whirlpool of time. I see 3 ancient prophecies before you. First, you must inevitably follow the destined path. Then find the light. And finally, avoid falling into oblivion. You already know where to find the first prophecy. As for the second I had forgotten about you, you restless troublemaker.
Oh. Looks like she has something to say about our little ghost friend here.
Take your thief and deal with it yourselves.
Well, okay then.
Quiet. Quiet. It's over. Calm down.
Okay.
But let's never drink random liquids from various places again. Just to be safe.
No, I'm with you on that. It wasn't my first decision. That's for sure. Alright, so how do we get out of here? Looks like we're just going to go back the same way. Give me a second and I'll head back to the train. I don't think there should be anything narratively happening here on the way back. So, give me just one moment. Alright, so we're back on the train. Doesn't look like there's anything narrative to do. So we're going to go ahead and kick this up to medium and get on our way, pushing the story forward and moving on to the next area. So you may have heard that character, or that creature, that god, whatever it was, talk about prophecies. That's actually these little blocks right here that I've been collecting. And these prophecies do different things, like increase the number of void sharks we have, chances of increasing mines, frequency of leeches, that sort of deals. But they'll also give us bonuses. So we can put up to 3 on this platform right here. And then whenever we go through one of those gates that we'll see here at the end of this section here, we'll be able to push forward into a modified version of a zone with all those modifiers in there, but we'll also find higher quality stuff. I do believe that's the case. I'm going to wait till we get to the next section, because usually what happens here is we'll find ourselves in one of these void areas, and then when we transition to the next zone, we'll find ourselves at another dock, and there might be another little narrative hook there that we need to check out. So I'm going to wait till we get to the next section here. There shouldn't be much going on. If there is, I'll go ahead and show you guys that, but I'm going to skip to where we get to the next little dock, so we'll be there in just a couple of minutes. And actually, right when I got ready to pause the video, or I did pause the video, we also saw some of this stuff here. You'll see these cool sorts of geometry and creatures and things like that. There's some sort of corruption that takes over these sort of areas, and you can deal with these outright. If you go to specific zones, there'll be places where you have to contend with corruption and whatnot. Very interesting mechanic, and it does look like we're actually coming up on another dock. There's some enemies here. There are enemy AI, or there's enemy soldiers that you have to contend with every once in a while. You'll find them at stations like this, but it doesn't look like we have any sort of soldiers looking to put up any fight today, so cool stuff. Alright, so we've made it back to the depot. There was a little narrative, little tidbit here, but nothing too super informational here. But now that we're back here, I can show you a little bit more about the depot, how it works, because I had cleared out some of the information before. As always, there is a little station over here where we can do things with our train, should we be able to upgrade it. We were talking about Reflemos at the beginning of the video, and they have been basically different jobs they can do. The way that comes about, and I did say it, is basically there's an egg, and you can find it, and then you can do different things with those eggs. So we can take this over here. There's always going to be one, as far as I can tell. Looks like in the future there might actually be able to be 2. And then we take these over to these stations right here. We throw those in and about. We press this button here. And it looks like I actually pressed something to get my HUD to turn off. And I don't know what I did. I'll figure it out in a second. But now we have ourselves a new Reflemo. And we can decide whether or not we actually want to take this guy with us. We could pick him up. If the game would let me. I guess it was just a bug. I paused and unpaused the game. And it looks like it lets me do some other things here. Looks like we have a smelting master. This one is another thing. Because another blacksmithing type reflemmo we could have here. This one says reduces the fuel costs for steel and brass smelting by 10%, and then we can do it by an additional 10% if we were to level him up, essentially. We don't have any more beds for him, plus I don't think I want another smelter reflemmo, so we're going to go ahead and keep him here. That being said, I just learned something. Is this... Okay, so some guns have alternate modes of fire. This one does not. But we're going to come over here. Always on this side, there always seems to be a whole bunch of bad guys we can go ahead and fire at. I did go ahead and essentially make it to where I have another plate of armor. As you upgrade your character, you'll get basically slots and backpacks that are increased size and allow you to put more plates in there. As of right now, I can only put one plate in there. We're going to come in here and deal with these bad guys and make our way out there. I'm going to go ahead and shoot that container back there. Hopefully that blows up and kills somebody. As you can see, the combat isn't overly difficult. Most of these guys will basically kind of line up for you. But we do have to be careful occasionally. There are enemies that are a little bit heavier armored that will do damage to us. And most of them will come to you, so we stay behind cover. We can basically hole up here. As far as I can tell, none of them have any grenades, at least not in this early stage of the game, but that is not to say they won't later, they just don't now. And that guy exploded. The cool thing about these guns is as you upgrade them and stuff like that, you'll find that you'll have additional options for your gun. Did I kill him? There you go. Looks like he was using his friend as cover. Hello, guy. Alright, he's dead. We shot him in the kneecap. That guy's dead. Doesn't look like we have any heavies so far, but they've not all shown up. Occasionally, we'll find another big enemy here. Oh, hello. Looks like he didn't get a chance to shoot at us. The music's still going on, which tells me there's probably at least another enemy maybe somewhere. There we go. There's the heavy. And he usually wields a shotgun type weapon, so if we deal with him from afar, we can pop him off before he even has a chance to get to us. Looks like we actually shot his helmet off. Ooh, and then we killed him with an explosion. That's nice. And that is all of it. We can go around and collect stuff off of them. We'll be able to even find like gun components off of them as well. So it looks like right here, if we move this guy out of the way, we picked up a revolver module. Copper part there. I want to give you this one. It's kind of finicky because this guy's body is in the way. Can we move this guy's body? There we go. We'll run around and see if we can find some more stuff. Looks like there's a magazine there for something. We can also pick up ammo because our rifle does have a finite amount of ammo it can shoot. But if we pick up the ammo we need... Oh, looks like we found a token. Anything down here worth picking? Oh, there's another bad guy. Just down here by his lonesome. We're going to charge at him and get that. These guys are terrible shots. I'm assuming as we get further in the game, the guys actually become, like, more of a threat. Oh, back here. If we were able to get one of those boxes from earlier, by the way, from that arena, we would actually come back and drop it here, and it'd give us some chances at rare resources. So there's that. So it looks like we cleared most of this area, and this is actually a good place to get a lot of components without having to swim into the void. So that is one of the main reasons we decided to come back here and deal with all these guys. They will drop things like items that you can turn in for knowledge points. It looks like our bags are super full. I was hoping we had enough items to stack up on it, but I guess we did not. There's some more wood stuff. Looks like we didn't pick up any wood at all at any point in time, but it's fine because we have plenty of resources. I'm going to go ahead and head back to the base. I'm going to look to see what our gun looks like. Matter of fact, we'll show that off. Give me a second here, and we will be back at our armory bench right over here. And we can basically tinker with our weapon a little bit. So if I come over here to the armory bench, I can change it. I can pick a revolver. And because I picked up two pieces, we can basically see the different effects we have whenever we do this. So this one reduces the mag size by 3, but it increases our reload speed by 0.7 seconds, giving us a flat 1 second of the reload. It doesn't do anything else, but as of right now, we have a special property that increases melee damage by 70% as is. I think that's from our grip. I did pick up a different barrel. What does that do for us? It reduces our fire rate, but it increases range. I don't really think I really don't know. I feel like we're pretty spot on with our range. So I don't think it was worth doing any of that. What about our... Did we get any... Oh, I looked the wrong one. Did we get any rifle components? I guess not. Okay. I still don't know what cores are, but as you can see like that, let me get back to that rifle there. You can see the number of properties they have based off of this one right here. 19% global crit chance, lost 30% of ammo, increased by damage by 18%, stability increases while firing, and each 5 kills detonates a dead body, which is really, really good to have. It does really help out with thinning out enemy troops. So now that we've done that, I guess we can go ahead and check out the next section and see what we've done, because what I have done is I took these totems here. These are actually called Prophecies. I was showing them my inventory, and now that we've put all 3 down, we're able to essentially go into a zone. It's going to have rare items for us, as well as more items, but we will have to contend with an additional Void Shark. Leeches, which are little flying creatures, will attach themselves to the wagon wheels of your train and slow you down, and then we'll have a chance of encountering mines increased by 20%. So that's definitely noteworthy. Give me a second to essentially restock everything up here on my channel, my train, and then we'll check that out. Alright, so we're officially on our Tier 3 Prophecy, or at least, I don't know if that's actually called a Tier 3 Prophecy, but we are officially on one with 3 prophecies used. And as you can see right here, the prophecies are now gone, but we should be seeing an influx of ingredients around us, as well as additional Void Sharks. If I remember correctly, and I don't know why, our HUD has been disappearing unless we pause and reacquaint ourselves with it. But we should be finding increased resources, as well as if we find any sort of depots or whatnot, we should be coming across rare components. Now, I do believe that means more like gun parts sort of deal, but as long as our train is traveling at a consistent medium speed, we shouldn't worry about the sharks. I do need to crank this up to medium. I think the default for this, whenever you transition to a new area, is small in case you have to find something or fight something. Matter of fact, speaking of fight, my turret guy probably needs a little bit more ammo. I think I have some more ammo back here in one of these crates. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and give him some more ammo because we do have a chance to come across mines in the way. So I'm going to go ahead and stock his gun up there. He is fully loaded on that one. Ooh, and I don't know if I see mines or not, but we could... Oh, yeah, there they are. I don't know if he'll start shooting at them, but as you can see, we have all these danger ahead things. Oh, and it does look like he actually will. I'm going to let him see if he spins up. Will he? Let's see if he actually takes him out. I want to see my little Reflemo go. I'm going to give us a little slow speed here because I do want to see if he actually pops into action from that one. I want to see if he clears the way. If he doesn't, we're going to be in danger. I think these mines are kinetic. Oh, that's awesome. He will actually tackle them on. I want to... Oh, that's nice. I wonder how fast he can actually do it. You know, I'm going to take some train damage from this. I'm willing to do it. I want to see how he handles a medium level of it. I'll even come up here to help him just in case. Oh, I never took my gun off the rack after we inspected it. Anytime you add new components onto your gun, you do have to retrieve it. So there we are. I do believe we are going at medium, right? Oh, wait, no, they're still there. We'll go medium. There we are. Unless the gun, unless the train does immediately slow you down into it. Yeah, okay. The train slows you down if there are mines. I see. So I'm going to help him clear these out then. There's a leech right there. If we kill that, then it won't stick to our train. But as you can see, we can just basically help our Reflemo clear that path, more or less. There's another Void Shark right there. And we will have to contend with them while our guy up front is taking out the mine. So that is something to keep an eye on. Usually I keep an eye on the sharks more than anything, and mines don't really pop up a lot. But, I mean, it kind of sucks that I didn't realize you couldn't go faster with this one. Good news is we can clear most of the way with our revolver, taking aim shots at this. What is that? Oh, it was fat and leather at the same time. Hello, shark. I shot him in the tail. Hopefully that'll dissuade him from trying to attack our train. Although some of these sharks actually have different traits and stuff like that. Sorry, Reflemo. I know that I put you in charge of guarding the train, but I want to get through this as fast as possible. It looks like that is all the mines. So let's see if we can kick it up to medium and it'll allow us to go further than that. Nope. Still a mine somewhere? Where's there a mine at? I don't see any reason why we can't go. Unless we don't have any fuel. No, we do. There we go. What's happening here? Alright, now we're able to go medium speed. And we should be able to move along further. Die, shark. And the train will take damage. I do have the damage set to normal, the shark damage set to normal. And if at any point we want to repair what's done, we can actually pull out our hammer to repair things like our flooring, our cabin, any of the devices we think could have been hurt. It'll even show you percentages of what is damaged on that, as well as what the ingredient is to basically repair said items. As you can see, there's a couple things need to repair, but they're not like in a dangerous state, so I'm not really going to worry about it too much. In the meantime, I am going to worry about picking up any and all resources that I think might be useful. It looks like we are coming up on an encampment of a sort. It might be enemies, and if it's enemies, we're going to deal with a fight here. Mostly because of the fact that we are on this Tier 3 prophecy, so it should be that we might find some rare resources dropped in them. And I felt that grapple hook hard. What are we looking at here? Are these enemies, or is this... I don't think we're going to come up with any story hooks here, because we've been told about it. Looks like we do have another combat arena. And I might give the combat arena another chance now that I know that I have, whatchamacallit, another armor option here. Or another weapon option. What's in that one over there? Just normal resources. Okay. So we have encountered normal resources. I have been finding new resources. The one from this area in this era of the game. I'm finding zinc and silicon in giant chunks. The zinc is coming in smaller chunks, but the silicon seems to only come from these lumps of silicon here. So we're going to process those. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out a weapon from one of these boxes here. I'm going to put my grapple hook away. And I'm going to put this shotgun on this one. We have shields. We have bandages. I might make some more bandages over here at my workbench. Oh, I hate you. Alright, stop attacking my train. Looks like we need bandages. We need leather and unstable chemicals. I have a lot of both those things, I think. So we'll come into where my leather is. Unstable chemicals I have over here. And I will... Oh, wrong chemicals. These are chemical waste. This is chemicals. And we'll make ourselves a couple of bandages here. I'll make myself like 6 more, so we'll have 10 total. And then, yeah, give me a second, and we'll be and go and give that arena another shot, because I want to see what happens if we make it through all of the tiers through that. So, be right back. All right, we're back to the arena. Time to give this another round. We'll go ahead and start this one up. Let's see. We gotta do this one. Looks like enemies, 40% enemy count, 25% extra damage, 40% extra health. Let's give it a shot. I do have my shotgun as a weapon as well we can use. Got plenty of bandages, and I also have some extra backup metal plates we can use. All right, here we are. Oh, looks like a slightly different arena. I'm going to try to move around here. Maybe I'll take the high ground. Looks like we have some enemies over there we have to contend with. I saw them just dig out of the ground. Where'd they go? Alright, they're all up there. That's fine by me. Who's shooting at me? Alright, that guy's dead. Alright, they're all dead. Nice. Easy work. Didn't look like we took very much damage on the armor front. We didn't take any damage the first time either, but this is a harder difficulty in this one. Looks like enemy count and enemy damage is going up quite a bit on this one. 50% enemy damage modifier. Let's go ahead and pull out our rifle. Make sure we're topped on our ammo. Now we're here. Enemies behind us. I'm going to try to do exactly what we did. I'm going to... Hello. There's an exploding thing over there. I'm going to go ahead and pull out the shotgun. Oh, hello, Flamo. Looks like we, oh, hello. This shotgun is actually doing some crazy work for us. Is there more enemies? There's one down there. And was that all? Oh, that was everything. Okay, so we actually didn't take much damage there either. So looks like we just go ahead and grab our ammo we have here. I'm going to go ahead and reload there. We don't need any reloads there. For whatever reason, it's not letting me swap back and forth between my weapons. I guess we'll go ahead and start the next fight. And we'll start this next fight. Alright, can I use my wheel now? There we go. We're going to shield up. We're going to pull out our shotgun. Okay, that guy is meaning serious business. Oh, he's running around this outside, I see. I'm going to pull out my shotgun here. I'm going to armor up again. Uh-oh. We're in danger. But I think we're doing better than we were last time. I'm going to shell up again. Looks like we get knocked up in the air, but we did minimize a whole bunch of stuff we were about to do. Alright, that's reloaded. And all I'm doing is I'm just gonna miss every single shot. It's quite incredible to watch in real time. Oh, we are in a zone. There we go. What else we got here? We got enemies down below. Move out of there. Move on to a shotgun in case there's something nearby. Doesn't look like it. It might be back down to this guy right here. That's it. I'm gonna jump down here with him. Do we shoot him in his ass to do the most damage? He's shelling up pretty good. Looks. Oh, okay. So we don't need to be close to him. That's what they're saying. This guy has a lot of health. We can go ahead and bandage ourselves while we're at it. I feel like he's planning on doing something, so we'll keep on the move here. There might be something better with armor pen. We just don't have it yet. Our gun did jam. I swear I thought I heard a creature. Oh, okay, he does that. Okay, that's nice. Looks like he takes increased damage from our his underside. Let's go and bandage up again. Alright, we're doing pretty good damage. We just got to focus on the underside of him. Specifically, his legs seem to be like a pretty good spot. And there we go. It looks like we managed to complete that. And that is a very tanky fella. And you know what? I'm actually going to keep the current rewards, and we're going to call it a day here. Unfortunately, we won't be able to tell what's in this box until we've gone back to one of those... Oh, this is a strange chest. This is one different than the one we had before. Yeah, we won't know what's inside this chest until we make it back to one of those depots and take it to a specific table that opens up these chests. It's kind of like opening up a loot box. We'll have to figure out what's there whenever we get back there. If we were able to push this even further, we could actually find out what's in 2 of the boxes, because it would have given us a, I guess, or increase the rewards of a box. But now that we're back at our train, we can officially head on to the next section. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and call it a day here. That was a little bit of gameplay from Voidtrain now that this is 1.0 release. I do plan on playing more of this game on my own time. I'm actually kind of enamored with it a little bit. I will say on a, like, a gamer front, like if you're a solo player, this is definitely something you're going to want to modify a little bit with mods like carry weight and such, just because of the fact that I do feel like this is a slower paced narrative game, but definitely something that would probably be faster paced with friends and probably much more enjoyable, you know, as most games are. But that being said, I still enjoy this kind of game. It kind of feels relaxing and cozy until you get to these combat scenarios. But if you like the sort of gameplay, you want to see more games like Voidtrain here on the channel, make sure you are like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know you want to see more of this content. But until next time, you guys take care, and I'll catch you all in my next video. Later.